Hey everybody, I'm Griffin here, and welcome back to Fossil Hunters. I decided to just keep playing. This is one of the episodes one of the games that I constantly am recording like the night before, for what is effectively no reason. Am I gonna have to do a whole bunch of ladder stuff? I think I'm gonna have to do a bunch of ladder stuff. Oh, there's a picture of our fisher friend. There are 3 journal entries here. I'm actually just gonna search for the journal entry. Oh my gosh. Okay, so remember me as I was, a rock in a hard place. There's one more. So it looks like we are gonna need the bridges. I'm just bad. Dang it. I feel like this is also a weird little puzzle. Oh my gosh. Okay. My timing on hitting the button is just bad, I guess. Alright. It is a navigational star chart of the Andromeda Galaxy. On the back there's a handwritten note. Did he go to space? That's a good question. Okay, just teleport. Oh no, it actually did teleport me back there. Alright, so let's try and put together as much of these as we can. That way we can figure out what bridges we do actually need, or if we just want to pay her. I didn't actually check. We've got 72, 71. $250. Okay, so the bridges, it's much better to just buy a bridge. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna need it. Alright, so these are all in weird places, which is whatever. I do have bridges, though. Dang it. I only have 2 bridges. Alright. You win this one. Time to go buy a bunch of bridges. It is cheaper to buy the bridges. It's just annoying. That's entirely it. Also, I spent a lot of time packing these on here, expecting to use them more. I did kind of talk about this last time when it comes to these resources that we've been slowly collecting. Like, to have to use them all the time would be inconvenient. I think what it really is the fact that you have to come back up here in order to get more. Like, if these were always easily available, I think it would be more... Fun's not the right word, but more reasonable. And also the fact that you have to buy them is a bit odd. So, obviously right now we have a lot of money, and that's good. I mean, obviously having money in any game that has things that you can purchase is good, because it allows you to purchase those things. The thing is, money doesn't... I want one more. I'm gonna do one more just in case. Money doesn't really matter in this game. For the vast majority of the game. Like, every single level where you needed things, they gave them to you, or at least they found, like, they were sitting around on the ground, or something like that, or they really weren't actually necessary. Like, that's how that worked. If that makes sense, like, you didn't need those things. So you just didn't have to use them or something. And that's fine-ish, but it means that the money still doesn't have any value. I mean, clearly it does, but it doesn't really. Like, yeah, I can buy some extra stuff, but why do I need it? In some cases, it's for extra convenience. This has been the first place that has required something and yet not amply provided it as well. I mean, obviously we have the people back at the start to do those things. Like, we have the way to get them. So I guess to say that it hasn't been supplied is a little bit misleading, but it's still not entirely inaccurate to say that, like, those things weren't important before. They were really just like an interesting little mechanic that showed up once, right? Like, hey, we really needed lights because this level was pitch black. And that was super annoying, but, you know, we made it work. Like, that's kind of how it was. But I think I only ever used one light, because it gave, well, that's not true, I used a couple. But it gave you a light, and so you're just like, okay, I have a light. I'll use that light when I deem it necessary. Do we not actually need this anywhere? Oh, there it is. Like, that's how that felt. And it leads to... it leads to you not paying attention to a mechanic. Which is arguably bad. But because the game is, in general, a relatively simple game, that mechanic never felt important anyway, nor would I have predicted it to be important. It was just like, oh, if for whatever reason you need these, we have given you a way to acquire it. Which is legit. Like, that's legit. The problem, though, that arises with that is, like I said, you never worry about money. Like, yeah, okay, maybe I need a bridge here because it got destroyed by something or other. But now, I actually don't need it. Okay, I don't actually need this piece either. Like, I don't need it because I, you know, play smart. And on the levels where it looks... oh, never mind, it goes right there. And on the levels where I need those things, I'm just smart and don't get them destroyed. Problem solved. Like, that kind of becomes how it works. And it's not until right now that we suddenly realize that, hey, maybe I actually do need that money for stuff. I said, it's not a terrible flaw, but it feels like suddenly something that wasn't important is now important. Like, what happens if you weren't doing quests and weren't getting money? You could have very little money. Like, I think I just have money because I was like, yeah, I'll do quests. Maybe they're important. Like, I'm pretty sure that has been entirely my demeanor on the whole subject is, hey, I want to do quests because maybe there is a set number of them and you get something extra at the end when you do them. Because that seems reasonable to me. That's a thing that can happen. Especially in a game like this. That feels like a game... a thing that could totally happen. And wouldn't be unreasonable for happening either. So, to suddenly have it be absolutely required... because, yeah, I mean, I've been dying nonchalantly and not actually been worried about it. Like, I was like, oh, I died again. Whoops. Like, that happened earlier this episode. I was like, ah! Or no, that was last episode. No, it was this episode. Last episode I did die a crap ton, but I definitely nonchalantly died at least once this episode. which is 50 gold, which is literally half of what is required to buy something, which is a lot if those things are necessary. Okay, rotate. Giant fossils take so much time to move. I could just pay $250, but like part of me is just like, save money. If I drop one of these, I will have to do that. Let's just finish this one. One quarter complete. I actually might not have enough ladders. If I don't have enough ladders, we reach the point where I don't care about the money savings. Wrong button. I used the wrong shoulder button. We're gonna have some trouble with the other one, or with this last one though. Okay, just do it from right there. I think we should be fine. We've got 3 ladders left, or 3 bridges left, and 3 pieces left, right? I'm gonna have to move the weight. Oh my, I almost fell. Alright, problem solved. Mostly. Rotate. Because, yeah, we used... I think we are successfully using the minimum amount of ladders. Oh, that was close. We actually might not need to use a ladder. Oh, this one goes all the way over here. Wait, no! Because I got one from the fishing and it was that one. Crap. Alright, well, we're going to be buying another fossil. Actually, we might not be. Because that might be clever. Alright. I knew I was falling to my death. I think the ladder was actually preventing me from falling. I just didn't want it to accidentally set up. I think I can do this with the other one too, but I'm not going to bother. These poor bridges, man. These poor bridges. That'll teach me to fish up skeletons. I mean, I suppose if you didn't have the money to do this, you could go start doing quests, but I guess you can also just turn in generic skeletons. Like, that's actually technically a possibility. But that feels super tedious. Look at that, we got this one without a ladder. I keep saying ladder because that's the way it does the thing. Like the way it springs just makes me think ladder. I know it's not a ladder, it is a bridge. But it's just like, what? Yay! I haven't even read. I wonder if there's a hint in these. Dragnosaurus? Yeah, I can see that. Hunchiopteryx, because it's just got a hunch. Grunt. Mini-wee. Okay, that's funny. It's like mini-me, but it's got two skulls, so it's mini-wee. We have an empty elevator, which is going to be bad. I'm going to need a gem or something. This feels like the end game puzzle world that's just there for the lulz. We got a lot of... I'm going to need more bridges, aren't I? Holy banana sandwich, Batman. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this time I need explosives, it would seem. It would seem. I guess that's kind of how this is gonna go. Wait, that's a foot? I guess I always thought it was a flipper, but it actually makes sense that it's a foot. Oh, this is weird. That's not what I wanted to do. I see that note. Maybe I can find explosives here. Oh, little glowfishes. That looks like the fishy guy. There are 3 here like before. Looks like we're gonna need a little bit of everything here. Is that all stuff that goes over there? No, it's not all stuff, it's partially. It's partial stuff. The rest of it goes over here. Okay, so we need 1, 2, 3. Gosh darn it. Now I've lost count. We need a lot of explosives. Or bridges. Oh, we got a bridge. And, well, I actually need to use this bridge to escape. This is actually the correct course of action because I'm gonna blow that up at some point. I just need an ass ton of explosives. How many? I don't know, but it's gonna be a not insignificant number. Dang, I almost made that. we're gonna have to figure out. I mean, I think I could do this with less explosives than and that would be enough to blow up all the rocks. But it would be most of them. Bringing enough explosives to blow up most of them is, I think, the correct play. Actually, I think we can finish this one with everything here, or at least get very close. Yep, we can finish this one. I wonder if that's going to do anything. Oh, will that... Oh, will this clear some of the other rocks? That would be very nice of them. It looks like it does. It looks like it does. But not all of them. This line just passes through a rock, and I don't know if that does it. I don't know if that'll clear the rock. No, that did not clear the rocks along the way. Okay, there we go. I was like, the other one didn't appear. Xenamillo. Okay, so it's like 8 explosives, right? We need a lot. Let's just put it that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's 12. It's 12 explosives. Because there's 1 in each, and then there's 2 on each side. So, I mean, I can gesture. There's 1 here in each of these. And then 1 in each of... No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and a bridge. Okay, so I need 11 and a bridge. Actually, I guess I don't technically need the bridge because I can drag it all the way around. I'm not going to be able to bring 11 down, by the way. I suppose, once again, I might not need 11. But I might as well blow up all the rocks. Could also just fish for stuff, although the fishing was only in one spot. Look, I could make this poor thing, this poor elevator, no longer exist. It wouldn't even be hard. We literally have an infinite source of explosives right here. Like, this is going to cost me $1,200 this entire trip. I'm actually even going to bring 2 ladders because I'm not confident that it can be done with 1. Yeah, I'm wiggle physicsing my way in there to try and pack this as tightly as possible. I brought extra explosives just in case. And I'm gonna bring a gem just in case too. Holy shit, it fits. Look, I was not expecting that to all fit. I can't lie. Alright. Let's do this. Let's get this dealt with. I have to be careful to not destroy any fossils. I'm pretty sure these don't ever respawn. The big rocks, I mean. Because, yeah, I can wiggle past the big rocks, but I cannot wiggle past them with fossils. And that's the downside, or that's the actual problem. Is I need to transport the fossils. was weird. Please don't blow up the skull. Fantastic. I think that's everything. I think 12 was actually the correct number, which means I brought the correct number. As I said, there's a way to do it without using 12. Technically, you can do it with just 4, because you could just no, that's not true. Because stuff's stuck in corners. You could do it with 8. 8 is, I believe, the minimum. You might just have to drag stuff a very, very long distance, which is, of course, not ideal. Alright, I need a claw, I need a... It's actually a tibia, fibula. Tibia, fibia. Shit. My knowledge of bones is not what it once was. Tibia, fibia. I thought it was there. Alright, yeah, see, not everything's here. I'm actually gonna go ahead and... I think that's in the radius. Actually, we should do this first. Okay, I don't know why that one was stuck, but it was. Okay. I was talking about being able to drag multiple things, but I didn't actually intend for that to be possible, because otherwise you couldn't unstick bones that you don't want stuck together. So I don't know why that dragged multiple, but this one is luckily done. Huzzah! And I guess report. Okay. That's weird. Okay, I didn't really. Oh, okay, there's one there. Might as well just finish blowing everything up. While I'm at it. I might not actually need bridges. I mean, I'm kind of hoping that I don't. Did get all... Okay, I did get all journal entries. I actually think I don't need bridges. But I've got them in case I need them. Alright, so let's go ahead and start putting these together. Because I think the bones that you need to put most of these together are all in the adjacent areas. Like this one, I think all the bones are going to be above it and below it. That's a guess, though. I don't know that for sure. Huh. I actually didn't expect that to work. I didn't think I would fit in that gap. But it did, so I'll take it. Alright. Got some necks in here. Looks like we're gonna have to make the long trip for the legs. There's nothing else important here. Once again, I should seriously consider getting the superpowers, but I also die while exploring these a lot, which would mean I'd have to go get them again, so... If I were speedrunning this game, well, there'd be a category, and I would know whether or not I needed all the notes. If I didn't need the notes, then this would be significantly faster. And also significantly less dangerous. Don't actually want to lock that in just yet. I'm actually going to go ahead and just grab this so that I can sneak it in there and we can start locking everything else together. You can do it. All right. Actually, this... Okay, this... this level is going to put it... Oh no, I'm an idiot. That's the wrong thing. I looked away for a second and then I was dragging the wrong thing. I looked at how far into the episode we are, and the answer is at the point where this is the last level that we do. Which is fine, it actually fits the cadence that I'm expecting. And actually it should work out pretty well, because if I get 2 levels done an episode, no, don't do that. Then I get 1 episode for the last level, which I presume will be slightly longer. But that is an assumption I'm making. But on top of that, any sort of weirdness that might result from that level, whether it be some sort of endgame boss, whatever form that might take, or a cutscene, or just exposition in general, it will allow for that without me feeling like the episode is too long. Which, to be fair, that kind of happens anyway. Like the whole... Because I'm going to talk about the game after that anyway, and that's going to be the whole thing. I'm going to have to... I don't know. I want to come up with a better, like, end game review kind of thing that I do. But this is one of those games that doesn't really fit, at least what I would consider to be an archetype of game that does well with being rated. I know that sounds weird, but this is a weird game. Because it's not quite a puzzle game. I wouldn't qualify it as a puzzle game. I suppose it's an adventure game. It definitely doesn't, like, hit the same beats that you would expect from an adventure game. Because it's not... Yeah, it's not quite a puzzle game. Like, I can see why your brain would go to puzzle game, because we're literally putting pieces in place. But that's not really it either. Which is weird, because... Like, I don't know, fossil games feel like they should be puzzle games, because naturally the things that you think of in a puzzle... I have no idea if I need this piece. I do. The natural stuff that, like a fossil game just lends itself to a puzzle game so well that it's a little silly, to be honest. And I suppose to a degree it is a puzzle game. To a degree. But it's not, like, the puzzles aren't what's difficult. I don't know, this game isn't hard, I guess, is part of it. Like, I don't think this game is hard. This is a very casual game, and I do want to explicitly say that I don't think that makes it bad. It's just a different style of game. Like, the theme of this game alone is what's carrying it for me. I would have probably stopped playing a while ago. I mean, it couldn't have been any other theme, to be fair, but, like, that's what does it for this game, is I love dinosaurs. Like, board games. Let's talk about a board game real fast. There's a board game called Dinosaur Island. It's actually, I don't want to say famous, I don't want to say infamous, but it's pretty well known. But it's not a bad game, I should say that. It's not a bad game, but it's not an amazing game. It didn't do anything innovative. It didn't do anything particularly well, except its theme, because its theme is Jurassic Park, the board game, which I'm a kid who grew up on Jurassic Park. I fucking love Jurassic Park. the Jurassic World series has been a nice little reboot, but I guess it's kind of it's not as good. I'll be the first one to say it's not as good as the original one, and I don't think anybody. I was about to say I don't think anybody can argue that, but honestly, that's an opinion. So if somebody disagrees with my opinion on that, they're more than welcome to. I also had the pleasure of reading the Crichton books that Jurassic Park was, based off of, fairly early in my life. Like, it was definitely up there in terms of how early I read it. Now, granted, I should do a reread, partially because, I've done some listening to it in terms of audiobook. I swear that I found an unabridged audiobook version of it. But alas, I haven't ever found it again. So I don't know if I'm crazy. Which is totally possible. I could totally be imagining it. And that's partially because I know that there is an unabridged version of The Lost World, the second book in the series, which, if I am correct, was written because they wanted to make a second movie. Could be wrong on that one. But both of those books are amazing. I like the first Jurassic Park movie. The first book blows it out of the water. Out of the water. Holy shit, this level, though. I'm just gonna look at it. It gets blown out of the water. It gets blown out of the water by so many different things. Okay, this is going to be super awkward, isn't it? He said as he fell to his death. Okay, so that's interesting. Either way, as I said, I love those books, and I think that they inspired a love of dinosaurs stronger than the movies could inspire, even though I still love dinosaurs, and most of it was probably the movies. But yeah, we got completely off topic. But yeah, the theming of Jurassic, the Jurassic Park theme of Dinosaur Island, the board game, is what makes it a good game to me. And that is what makes this game a good game to me, is that it is a fossil hunting game, because, at least for me, oh my god, for me, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a paleontologist. I wanted to be a paleontologist. Okay, well that's going to be important to know. We need a gem. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. I know I've talked a lot about dinosaurs and dinosaur themes. I think it makes sense. I didn't really get to finish my whole thought about rating this game and how it doesn't really fit into the genres that I would naturally think it would, but I think that's okay. I think it's allowed to not fit into those genres. I'll figure it out. I'll figure out how to do like a final review of this game as it goes. But either way, thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time. But until then, keep your gears turning.